Hey everybody, welcome to another video on this channel. Today we will talk about Git, what is it and why is it used. We will talk about the concepts and understand Git on the whiteboard. Then we will go to the computer to take a look at how we can use Git in a practical way. So if you are new to this channel, subscribe to not miss all of the future videos and also make sure to watch all of the previous ones. So without getting anything longer, let's get started. All right. We are ready now. So now we are at the whiteboard and we want to talk about the concepts of Git. First, let me just read the definition of Git on Google, and then we will explain them and do some lovely drawings on the whiteboard. So Git is a distributed version control system for tracking changes in source code during software development. It is designed for coordinating work among programmers, but it can be used to track changes in any set of files, etc., etc., etc. So these are a lot of words to understand. So let's do some drawings. So first, let's just say that we have three persons or three people want to develop a software. Okay, so the first one worked on a feature, and the second one worked on another feature, and the third one worked on the third feature. So now they want to exchange the code bases. What will happen? This will send it to this, and also this will send it to this, and also this will send it to this, and this. Long story, too much effort for a single job, right? Now let's go to the another improvement of the system. Now they thought about it and said, why not we have some cloud service to host our code base? So they decided to have a Google Drive. Okay, so we have here the Google Drive, and whenever anyone makes any change for the code or to the code, they upload it to the Google Drive, but still this is not efficient because Google Drive will not understand the code that they are uploading. So maybe they will override each other codes. Okay, and this is a big problem because maybe this worked on a feature and this worked on another feature and they both worked on the same file. So one will override the other code. And this is a big problem in software. Okay, so this is not a good solution. So now Git will come handy in this solution. Okay, now we are going to explain Git in some drawings, but first let me tell you something that we have Git and we have GitHub. Okay, so Git is managing the code in your local machine, and GitHub is a service online that you can upload these manages of your code on the cloud. Okay, so now we will focus on Git. Then we will talk about how we can upload the code to GitHub. So let's just say that you downloaded or you started a project on your local machine and you initted this project. So you will have something like this. It's an initial dot in the timeline. Okay, so we have here a timeline. So if you make any change on the code and then you did something called a commit, okay, you committed this change, you will have another dot here. Okay, if you made another change and committed this change, you will have a third point. Okay, so each point represents a commit and it has an ID. Okay, so let's say that you are here and you are not satisfied with the result you got, so you can go back to the previous commit and you can delete this. Okay, so you can easily do this without making any Ctrl-Z's in all of the files that you made. In only a single terminal command you can do this, but this is not the point that we are talking about. We want to manage the new features. Let's just say that you are working on a feature. Okay, so you can make this is we can say that this is a branch, so we can make another branch for a feature. So you are working here on a login feature, and you made some commits here. Okay, you didn't affect this branch yet. This is the master branch. So when you are satisfied or when you are done with doing this feature, okay, this login feature, you can merge this feature to the master branch. Okay, so you will make something called a merge. And this comes handy when different people are working on the same code base. So you can have multiple branches here. Okay, so every single one can work on his own code base or his own branch, and then he can merge his branch to the master branch whenever he is ready. So let's say that this guy is ready here, and this guy like took a long time, and he merged his code right here. Okay, so this becomes handy when you like work in a team. So every feature will be in a branch, and then you will like merge this branch to the master branch whenever it's ready. Okay, let's now talk about the files states or the files names whenever you are making changes on your files. So let's say that you download a fresh new project, and you will have to type. And by the way, when we use Git, we will use the command line, so don't be afraid of that. It's super easy, and it's easier or it's better to use it than the GUI. So keep this in mind, and I will teach you all of this. So when you download the code, okay, you will type something called git init, and that is like I want this folder or this project to be tracked by Git. Okay, now when you make any change to this folder or to any file, when you open any file in this folder and change one character in this file, it will be tracked by Git. Okay, so Git will automatically take this file from this area to another area where the file is unstaged. Okay, the change is tracked here. All right, now your goal is to move these files or the files that you want to another area, which is the staged area. Okay, so here is the staged area, and here is the unstaged, and here is the staged area. So when you like type git and type the file name, the single file name will be moved to the staged area. Okay, and when you type here, git add, by the way, not git add, and when you type the name of this file, the single file will be moved to the staged area. And when you type dot, all of the files in the staged area or in the unstaged area will be moved to the staged area. Okay, so now you have a lot of changes that are here in this area, and you want to move them another step forward to the place where you want to commit these changes. All right, so you either can like you can commit them as a group. Okay, so here is the commit, so you will commit them all as a single commit. Okay, and you will type this like git commit, then -m, and you will type the message first commit. Okay, so these all will have the same commit that you committed, and you will have it now on your machine. So you can all of these are raised now and like saved as a commit. Okay, and whenever you make new changes, you will have to commit them with another change. Okay, so this first commit is now a single dot. Okay, or let's say that the single dot is when you initted the repository. So you will have the second dot, which is this first commit. And when you make another commit, it will be a new commit. Let's say second commit, and you will not have to like name them like this. You will name them as what feature did you do in this code. Okay, like added login or updated something in the code. Okay, so this is all what you will have on your machine. Now this commit will be uploaded to the cloud, to the GitHub. Okay, and we will see how to deal with the remote repositories in the computer, and follow me. Okay, so now we are at the practical part of this video, and we will take a look at how we can use Git. But before that, I just forgot to open Git website and show you how to download Git. You go to the Git website and go to the download section, and you will find the different operating systems. Download your version of your suitable Git for your operating system, and just hit next until you download it, because these are the recommended like settings for Git. Okay, don't change anything. Oops. Now let's just close this and go back to the VS Code, and I prefer using VS Code because they have a terminal here, and that suits me. I'm a Linux user. So we will first, when you have project, and I have it like here, I am in a Git tutorial folder, and inside Git tutorial I have this project, Git1. So it's empty for now. So the first thing you need to do, and also if you have previous files in this folder, but the first thing you need to do when you want Git to track this folder is to type git init. Okay, so now Git is tracking your folder, and now whenever you change anything in this folder, Git will track it. So let's add something here like app.js. Where's the .js? And we will have now a new file here. Let's just check if Git really tracked it. We can check it by git status. And we have here app.js in red, which means that it's a new file and it's not added to anything. So we need to add it to the staged area. We talked about this in the concept section of this video. And then we will like commit this change. So let's first git add. You can type here either app.js, or you can type dot or period, whatever you want. The dot will add all of the files that have been changed. Okay, and when you specify the name of the file, this only file will be added to the staged area. So we'll go with dot, and now we will commit this change. So we'll type git commit -m, and we will type here a message like app is added, or whatever you want. So we now have a new commit. So we can like preview this by typing git log, and they can like show us the, we can just make this here to make you see better. So here we have a commit, and the commit is app is added, and we can do now another commit by like changing something here, console.log, and we can type here hello. So now we can like get status to see what happens with the status of the Git. So modified app.js, we need to add it to the staged area and then commit it. All right, now let's check the git log to see both of the commits here. Okay, now let's work on another branch. Let's create a branch, and let's name that branch get branch, and this is for creating new branch, login, for example, or whatever feature you are working on. Okay, so let's create this branch, and now we will switch to that branch. So let's type git branch git checkout login. Okay, and we can see that switched to login branch. So now we have to like create or make new changes and commit them to make them appear on like the Git. Okay, so let's now, for example, add a new file here, login .js, because I'm super lazy. Login. Okay, so now let's get add and get commit -m login added. Okay, now we have this commit git log. These commits are in the login branch. Okay, this commit is in the login branch. When we go to the master branch, get checkout which is the first branch you have in Git. It's the master branch, master. You will have this file as deleted, but it's not deleted. And when you like make the git log, you will find only two commits, because the third commit we made is only on login branch. Okay, so we need to merge these two branches together to have them on the master branch. That's what you want to do. So before that, let me just let's just like merge them. So to merge them, you will have to type git merge and the name of the branch, which is login, and the branches are merged. And you can do that by, you can make sure that they are merged by git log. And in the master branch, you will find that the login branch is merged with the master branch. Okay, and the commit is here. Now we have some things in here on our local machine, and we didn't touch anything on GitHub yet. So now let's go to GitHub and make a new repository and upload these changes to GitHub. Okay, so now I'm going to go to GitHub and create a new repository. Call it test git, and I'll make it public. And that's it. Let me just create a repository, and they will give me some instructions to use or to upload the first copy of the project. So we did the git init, and we have some things to add, and we have a commit. Okay, and we don't need to do that. What we want to do is to get a remote. Okay, so in remote we have some origins or some like we have some links or some Git repositories that we can access. So we have to add this link to our Git to know where this Git is linked on the cloud. Okay, so here if I typed git remote, I will get nothing because I have no remotes yet. So now if I copied this instruction or copied this command and paste it here, so I'm adding the remote which named origin. You can type here whatever you want. It's not supposed to be origin, but here you will find that in another command I'm typing origin. So if, for example, if you typed here your project's name, for example, snake or something like that, you will have to type the snake in the other command and you will see what I'm talking about. So I now added the remote. So if I typed get remote, I will find the origin, and here I can find it by the -v, and we have a fetch remote and a push remote. The fetch remote is what you are getting from, okay, the remote that you are getting the data from or the project from, and the push is where you are pushing your project. We are now pushing it to the GitHub. Okay, so let me just clear this. And now the final command, which is git push -u origin. And this is what I'm talking about. Okay, you type here origin, you will type here also origin. And here you are pushing to the master branch. If you want to push to another branch, like login branch, you can push it to the login branch. So let me just now like push it to the master branch. Okay, and it will not ask me. Why didn't, oh, because I'm in my VS Code, I have my username and password. If I were in the, if I am in my terminal and I wanted to add or to push anything, they will have to ask me the username and the password. And let me show you that by, for example, let me to push the login branch from here. So let me just copy this and let me paste it here, and I can push the login branch from here, and they will ask me for my username and my password. And the login is pushed now. So if I go to GitHub and refreshed, I will find that these are my files, and I have here two branches, which are the master branch and the login. Okay, so this is the login branch and this is the master branch. They are now the same because we just merged them, but if anyone is different from the other, it will appear on the code or the files. So we have here three commits, and awesome thing in GitHub that when you open a commit, for example this, you will find the file that is added and what is changed in this file. For example, let me just like go to the code and change this. Where am I? I'm in the master branch, so get login, for example, 555, and save this. Git add commit -m login updated git push origin master. All right, cool. Now if I refreshed here, I will find another commit, and if I opened it, I will have to see the previous version of this line and the new version. Okay, and this is very, very awesome. Okay, I think that is it for this tutorial. You know how to push the versions to GitHub and how to deal with them on your local machine, and then how to push them to GitHub. I hope that you enjoyed learning Git with me. If you did, subscribe and like and comment some good things on the comment section. If you need any tutorials that you need me to talk about it, just let me know and I will be more than happy to hear from you. And that's it for this video for now. See you in the next one. Bye.